Welcome to section 5. In this section, we are going to be talking about how to go about designing great looking Tableau dashboards and data visualization. To be honest with you, the process of designing those great charts that you see on Tableau Public is part experience, part skill, and part creativity. And I'm not going to be doing justice if we can just write one pager and here comes your great output. So what we are going to do is we're going to empower you with enough tools, processes, and templates that you can apply immediately and have really great looking dashboards. So what are the important steps? Let's break down this process into 4 steps. First is validate, second is analyze, third is design, and fourth is optimize. So I'm assuming that you want to design dashboards not just for your personal purposes but in a more business environment. And what's most important in a business setting? You want to have correct data. So what that means, your process begins with whatever you're reporting, you want to make sure that the data is right. You are not undercounting, overcounting, or not counting some data at all. Presenting incomplete picture sometimes can be very not helpful than having some minor errors. So you want to make sure you are providing complete picture. The second step of the dashboard design process is analysis. And by analysis means providing more contextual information. Let me explain by giving you an example. Let's say we have a small company and they are looking to grow their business. So what's most important in that kind of environment? You need to be able to track your sales process. And what comes in the sales process? Information about prospects, which is who could be our potential customer. Leads is somebody where you qualified the prospects. Maybe you've done some at least initial basic research and are reasonably confident this person or an organization could be our prospective customers. And conversion is when that lead becomes a customer. So if you're plotting chart about prospects and you just show how great job of our prospect gathering team is doing, you might want to you might go ahead and plot that chart with a bar chart going up and increasing over time. Sure, your prospecting team is doing fantastic job with getting new prospects, but is our business benefiting from this process? What matters to the business is the ultimate conversion and the size of those contracts or revenue. So this actionability of this data is very important. Next step in our process is design. And again, going back to the creativity aspects, I'm going to provide a number of examples that will be very inspiring for you to go out and build those creative dashboards. But in addition, we are also going to break down this process in something that you can apply repeatedly. And we're going to talk about some things that should not be done, or you're better off avoiding those, and some things that you can apply repeatedly. Some things that you can avoid doing are dials, and specifically dials that repeat, showing like 1 or 2 or 4 different dials. It's generally very hard to compare dials from one dial to another. And I'm going to also include some references and links about what not to do with data visualization. The second thing we will have is visual vocabulary. Visual vocabulary is actually developed by Financial Times, and we are going to have enough references from that to talk about how do you go about selecting a chart for solving a specific problem. Maybe that's correlation or deviation or sorting and ranking, or maybe you want to just show the magnitude of certain measures. Visual vocabulary will give you enough tools, to select a chart for a given situation. Okay, so you have designed a chart, but what about that dashboard? Remember, dashboard is just a combination of multiple charts or visualizations with some kind of interactivity and context. It's not, again, the definition doesn't call for a certain number of charts. It can be one or many. But once you have multiple charts, how do you put them together? How do you go about the layout design? And we're going to talk about the grid layout. So you have done an excellent job. Your dashboard is being appreciated, but maybe there are some other issues, So with the optimization steps, what we are looking at is a holistic view of the dashboard. Is it performing well? How is the user experience? Are they accessing it on mobile? Is it working on mobile? And then, are there any things that can be improved? Are the metrics self-evident? So this is a continuous process. So let's dive deeper and understand how to go about designing those dashboards.